big, hairy, audacious goal. Something that is so big and so hairy and audacious, you can't stop thinking about it. But if you're focused on how much money is going out and how fast it's going out, you're not going to spend time looking at the other side, the in, not the out. People think that you have to force your way to do things. What to do becomes automatic when you know who you are. I'm a damn good trader. So what does a damn good trader do all the time? They start. Welcome to Keepit100 Talks. My name is Thomas Yap, and most people know me as a car enthusiast or the guy that talks about Keepit100. Right now we turn into a podcast. And the reason why we have this podcast is because I want to bring conversations that matter. For my life, I have many breakthroughs because of certain conversations I had with people or listening to other people's conversation. And I want to create this for people. I want this channel, this podcast to be the source where someone's life can really take a new path. So this is what we do. We keep it 100, we keep it real. We bring important topics around mindset, money, and lifestyle. Yeah? Woohoo! Let's go. All right, got a question over here. Why is money hard to come by but easy to go away? And how do we retain? This question comes from thesigan.gunathevan. Thank you so much for your question. And I hope I didn't butcher your name. I'm so sorry if I did. Let me know in the comments if I messed up his name, all right? So I can fix that. Okay. Why is money hard to come by but easy to go away? And how do we retain? Now, I'm looking at this question, but I'm also thinking about what kind of mindset we have around money, okay? And I used to be like this, bro. I used to think I only got a finite amount of income, so I have to, worry about my expenses. Try to put a lid and control my expense. Truthfully, if we want to expand our life, looking at your expense is not the right way because you're spending most of your creativity to think about ways to reduce your outcome or worry about the outcome of money go away. Money will go away. Money got in, money got out, right? So it's meant to happen. And if you focus 90% of your energy there, it's like you're wasting your superpower because we have this, I'll talk about this in a moment, right? But it's like we have this amazing creativity to make money, right? In the last episode I had with Sean Tan, we talk about the importance of finding something that you're passionate about and then try to make it turn into something, like try to provide services for people, right? And in the process, you earn money and you gain a skill and you get an authority in a certain area, right? See, that's taking your creativity to make something, to bring more money in. But what a lot of people do, they focus on the expenses. They focus on like, how do I, this one will take my expenses out. Don't put too much energy behind it. And how do you do it? Okay, very simple. So I'll give you something very, very pragmatic or very practical. Here's my strategy, okay? Again, not financial advice. Please seek professional financial advice if you need to. This is how I deal with my finances, okay? I have a strategy on how to manage my in and out, especially the expenses, right? So I budget and I say every month I spend money on rental, for example, or mortgage, and you sort of put it out in a month and you set a strategy for expense. See, strategy is set one time and then you run it all the time. So you don't need to keep focusing on it. Just set it and do it, right? So that's how I do it. And I have another trick that I learned from Jeevan. He's a business coach. He teaches the importance of having 3 bank accounts. So I have a first account is the sitting account. All your money comes inside here. And then you distribute into what we call a trading account. Now the trading account is when you use money to buy things, right? Trade for things, right? And for me, that is my expense account as well. The third account is what we call the profit account, where I take all the money and then I reinvest and make money from it, okay? But the point is, this is my strategy. All the money inside trading account can spend one. Spend it all, also okay, no problem. So now that I know I have my budget and I know that this amount of money can use one, I stop worrying about the outflow, right? I really have a discipline, I have a foundation, right? Now what this gives me is the freedom to think about how to bring more money into my life. Back to what I was saying a little bit earlier. Bro, you have I'm sure you have some amazing talents. I'm sure that you have some passion. You can do things, you can grow, you can learn. But if you're focused on how much money is going out and how fast it's going out, you're not going to spend time looking at the other side, the in, not the out. Set a strategy for the outs, right? Set it one time, apply it all the time. Don't think too much. Then use your thinking on how to bring in more money. And in the process, you might find something that you love, right? So you not just increase your income, but you can live a different kind of life. If you're looking for a way to increase your income and looking for different businesses to do, I know what most of you are thinking. It's a lot of risk, it's a lot of capital involved. I don't know what to do. And that's why I created Team Infinity Academy, where we not only provide a way for people to get into the business world without forking a lot of capital, but we also provide the education and the vehicle. We have a way that I use to make my money, right? This is the business I run. And I want to teach people how to utilize my business to build a life of their dreams. Now, if you're interested to find out more, there is a preview. We're looking for the right business partners. And inside that business discovery session, you'll find out how this business can support you to build the life that you want to live. If you're interested to find out more, link in the description below. And sign up for one of our webinars. Will be mostly hosted by myself. See you there. Okay, next question comes from Patrick_1296. I believe Patrick is sending this question from overseas. Big shout out to Patrick. He's asking how to find balance between saving, invest, build future versus spending on passion/cars. He's in his 20s. It's also very similar to this other gentleman, jeremyjames.yukhian. And he's asking, is it worth the risk to buy my first car around 400K to 700K, right? So those are very practical questions. How do you find balance, right? And common advice sometimes you hear is like, oh, don't buy on cars, they're depreciating, buy property first, buy investment first, blah, blah, blah. So how do we really address this? I don't think it's an either or, and that's where the trap is, right? We're thinking of like this or that first. I think it's an and. How can we turn it into an and? But you have to set your parameters and you have to follow it. So for example, for me, I never spend more than 20% on cars, okay? And let's say I can't get the car I really want because I'm on my 20% can't buy the car I want. Let's say I want maybe a BMW 330i, and then and I need to pay an installment of 4,000 ringgit a month. Again, I'm just plucking numbers from the sky. And my 20% is only 2,000 ringgit. Don't do it. Don't buy the car. Maybe you can be creative. Maybe you can look at secondhand, pre-owned. Maybe buy a different model, or maybe go and talk to people and find out different options for a price range within 2,000, right? So it's not like just because you can't get what you want, then you say, okay, you know what? People go the extremes, right? It's go like, oh, either I buy it and break my budget, or I just throw away my dream, my passion. Don't do that. I mean, as much money is important, I think what supersedes the importance of money is time. Time in this world, right? If you really enjoy cars, you should put a budget in there and play whatever you can responsibly there. And my other rule I have is that, okay, then we balance it out, because generally cars are expense and cars are depreciating assets, or not all cars are depreciating assets, but you definitely have expense. So 20% goes to cars, out, right? Bye-bye, sayonara, right? Then I'm at something that stays with me. So I need to put the equivalent amount of money that goes out to be kept as investments or savings, right? I would stress the word investment means you want the money to grow, not just to keep, you want the money to grow. Have a strategy. 20% for me, this is me, 20% on passion, 20% on investment, or more, preferably more, 20-25%, right? So that's a simple rule. So you can enjoy your car right now, right? And you are still investing for your future. And if you're really smart as a car guy, certain cars don't depreciate much because they are well loved. I mean, Suzuki Swift Sport, people love that car. GT86, enthusiast cars. And maybe certain cars out there doesn't depreciate much because they're fun to drive and there's a huge community behind it. Who knows, maybe your car goes up in value as well, right? But the point is, don't be fixated. Oh, my dream car is a Porsche and if anything else, don't want. No, just find whatever you can right now, live for the moment and keep creating a future. Have a strategy for your future, right? I hope that answers this question. Patrick, _1296, and also for Jeremy, you can. Is it worth the risk? That is a little bit different. Yeah. I guess do some study, bro. Just study the car. Every car is different. It's not about price, right? Certain cars worth a lot, but then retain value. Like a 997 GT3. I can't see it dropping price, right? It's 700K. So it's not about the price, about when you say risk, what is the risk? Is it cash flow risk? Bro, if it's cash flow risk, right? If you're thinking like, oh, if my salary is 10K or my income averagely is 10K, and then I got to fork out 5K a month for this car, that's the kind of risk, I get it. then you got to really ask yourself, are you ready for that risk? Are you really that if you have something else you have to spend money on, Yeah, so it's a lot about having your own parameters, as I said earlier, right? So, manage your risk, bro. And if you want to talk about the risk on second-hand value, study the car. Talk to the community, go on Muda, go on Car List, do some research. Don't be lazy, right? Define the risk, get clarity, empower yourself. You can always do that, right? So I hope that answers your question. Okay, got some cool questions over here. Warren, W_A_R_. Okay, Warren, okay. 21, diploma job, 2.7K salary, also working part-time, invested, risk-free source, how to hit 4K a month. Also here we have Speed tribe.x. Any tips on struggling on how to get started and stay this? I think that there's a lot of people who tune into my content thinking about how to achieve a goal, right? How to achieve something. And also someone like this asking, what motivates you? Rio__ putra is asking, what motivates you to keep going on if it's going on terribly? I think all these are relevant questions when you are either trying to increase your income or grow your business, improve your life. All these are all relevant questions to one topic I want to bring up, which is learning how to not only set goals, but also learning on how to pursue or who to be in this process to achieve your goal. I know it's two very different topics, but and it sounds like it's not related to this, but hear me out. So when a lot of people set goals, right? And they go, I want this, I have a big goal. Like I want a car like this, like a Porsche 911 or whatever, right? You set a big goal. Or some of you set your eyes on Bugattis, right? So you set this big goal, right? But then it becomes like a lofty dream. And that's not really a goal, right? That's just a dream. It's like you're just entertaining yourself. You're daydreaming, right? They say, yeah, I know dreams are important, but it doesn't do anything other than a temporary feel good, right? So how do we turn that into something that is valuable to transform our life, right? A lot of people have a big goal and then they don't have steps to it, no clarity to it, and then they just end up being either procrastinating or they just say, never mind lah, do it next time lah, take the next opportunity lah, you'll be comfortable. So how do we address this? Now, I learned this trick from Josiah Ng. He is a 3-time Olympian. He competed in Olympic Games 3 times on the velodrome. So he has this very cool goal-setting technique that I learned from him. And coincidentally, I was also doing the same thing even before I know him, and I like to say that, success leaves some clues, right? So how do you not only get started, and how do you stay consistent towards your goals? First, you must have a big goal. Something, what my mentor always says, big, hairy, audacious goal. Something that is so big and so hairy and audacious, you can't stop thinking about it. You must have something that you really, really want. Don't write down goals that are cool, right? Write down something that really makes a difference in your life, right? Okay, so not just a car, right? It's maybe something else there that you are looking for in the lifestyle. So write that down, right? And then don't turn it subjective, turn it into objective. Do some research. For example, if you say that I want to retire my mom and dad, how much does it take to retire them? Do some research. What's the number? Put a figure on it. Don't make it into a subjective thing, okay? Buy them a house. How much money you need per month, okay? So then you figure out, for example, I need a house, X amount of money, okay? Maybe I need to have an investment somewhere that pays a residual income that pays for their day-to-day cost, for example. Like, there you go. Like, turn it into something objective. If you want a car, perhaps, what's the price of this car that you want? Okay, you want this car, 400K, monthly installment this much, cash down payment this much, great, okay? Now you have an objective goal. Then we go down. From a large goal, we go down to what we call medium-term goal, what milestones you must reach to get to your big goals, 6 months to a year. Now, what must I achieve within 6 months to 12 months? And put a date on this. What milestones I need to reach, okay? And what I found really helpful is to define the milestones and then put a reward. So unlike the big goal, you have an intermediary reward. Maybe it's a holiday, maybe it's like you buy something or you celebrate. So you need to have something you look forward to, all right? So that's a medium-term goal. And then you have a small goal, which is something that you achieve in a very rapid pace. Think of a sprint. You're sprinting towards it, right? And why small goals are so important is like 3 months, between 1 to 3 months. Something that you must break through within 1 to 3 months that requires an immense amount of energy to break through. Maybe it's like you're doing sales. Okay, I want to 5x my sales commission, right? Within the first 1 month or 3 months. I want to do something outrageous. How do I use the first month to break myself out of the normal? All right, so it could be like 10x your commissions or 5x my lead generation, all right? Whatever is it that you set, right? Okay, or get my first side hustle and make my first 5,000 ringgit, which is some of you earn 5,000, you earn 5,000 here. It's like, walao, I double my income, right? Okay, so it could be that. And then the last one, the most important thing here is to have that micro goals. When I say micro goals, are the things you do every day or every week. So it could be like 5 phone calls a day, or maybe, whatever is it that is very small, but you need to do every day. Maybe you're doing trading, like, okay, study 3 counters a day, study 3 stocks a day, plan trading strategy every week, right? Study next following week's movement, create your bias, create your strategy next week. So all these things you do on a micro basis, they may not immediately generate you results, but it's the things that are important to generate results for your whole distance to your top goal. Now, if you don't have an opportunity yet, then you have to set a small goal to find the opportunity within the first month, for example. Now, why am I saying this is important? It's not just what you do. Now I'm going to shift to who is doing it, because the question comes out over here, right? What motivates you to keep going even though it's going on terribly, right? Any tips? That's from Rio Putra. And then tribe.x asking, any tips to if you're struggling to get started and stay disciplined, right? So here's the key. Some people see all these things you have to do. It's like, I'm putting additional work, additional pressure on me. That's when the last piece of the puzzle comes in. You got your goals. You got to know what to do. The secret is this, right? Is creating who you are. You have to create a persona, an identity. Because you can. So if you're going down the pursuit of owning the boxer, being a trader, for example, create that persona. I'm a damn good trader. So what does a damn good trader do all the time? They study, they strategize, they take action. So it's the persona that gives you that consistency. People think that you have to force your way to do things. Think about it. If you're a professional stock trader, what do? You study stocks all day. If you are a person with a fitness goal, you're a fit person, your mindset, I'm a fit person. What does a fit person do? They go to the gym every day. They don't skip. They eat the right meals. They say no to the beer. They say no to the French fries, right? Or the ice cream, right? So what to do becomes automatic when you know who you are. That's the secret, okay? And the funny thing is, a lot of people don't know this. Just like how you created your persona to talk to your friends, you have a persona that you can create for yourself, whether you're doing it automatically or by choice. So you can choose. You can say, I'm a top salesman. I'm a damn good entrepreneur, right? What does an entrepreneur do? And that's when here it comes in, right? Situations change. Circumstances change. Sometimes you got good times, you got bad times. We can't control that. Trying to control that or trying to take action with the circumstance on your favor is the worst thing. It's like, I will do it only when when times are good, right? Then you're always at effect of the circumstance. Those things can change, but who you are doesn't change. That's the only thing we can decide. All right, that's my biggest advice to all my friends here who are pursuing something. Thanks for all your questions. Hope you guys enjoy this little episode. And Keepit100 Talks is all about having important conversations. I hope that it given you some insights, and these conversations create a new path for not only you, but also for people who are not asking the questions but listening to this podcast. If you have more questions, please send me the questions, write down in my comments, and I'll try my best to put them in the future episodes. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be stingy. When you subscribe, we get more numbers and helps us produce more content like this. Keepit100. Love you guys, and peace out. This podcast is managed and also created with Sparks Digital. Now, why should you listen to this ad? Because content creators like myself, we've got so many things to do. And if you're a content creator or you're a marketing person or trying to reach out to more people, creatives are one of the most important part. How to do something, what to do, ideas and stuff like that. And I rely a lot on the team in Sparks Digital to create content, just like this one over here. So look, if you need help with ideas, campaigns, or even dealing with crisis management, whatever, these people, they're really smart and they're really fun to work with. And the best part is that it keeps giving me fresh ideas on how to grow my channel and also my influence, right? So big shout out to Sparks Digital. You want to find out more? Link in description below, and let them know that Thomas sent you. Maybe to give you a special discount. I don't know, right? But Sparks Digital.